All right. I think we're officially live here on this Friday morning. It is April 2nd. And today we're going to have a jam session like we always do on Fridays. And what we're going to be talking about today is how do you clean your email list? And if you're thinking to yourself, Scott, what does that mean, clean your email list? Well, if you've been building an email list for any period of time, usually over 90 days, you are going to probably find that part of your list is just not engaged. In the beginning, when you have a small list, I say small, under 3,000, not that important. It's important, but it's not as important as if you have 10,000, 20,000, 80,000 subscribers for a few different reasons. Number one, you are going to have a list of people that might not be interested in your stuff anymore, and it's going to bring your deliverability down. We don't want that. The other thing is we really only want people on our list that actually want to receive emails from us. And then the other reason is because it costs you money to keep those emails on your list. If you're using a service, we're using ConvertKit. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys here today. I'm going to actually give you kind of the play-by-play of what I've been doing here over the past 3 days. It's a little bit of a process, not hard, but ConvertKit does a lot of this for you in the background. And I'll kind of talk you through that here. But before we do, let me just go ahead and see who we got here live with us. Looks like we have David D. What's up, David? Yes, spring cleaning the email list. Exactly. And, this doesn't have to be just spring cleaning. This could be any time of the year. I do think, though, you have to give it over 90 days because ConvertKit tracks 90 days as far as if someone has not opened or clicked or any of that stuff. So we want to give it some time. Let's see here. Keep crushing it, Scott Volker. So I don't know who it is, but says have to run into a meeting. So, all right, well, good luck in the meeting. What's up, Scooby Life? Happy Friday. Where's volleyball this weekend? I'm glad you asked. Actually, it's funny. My son, who's 22, he'll be 23 actually this month. Crazy. April 16th. It's hard to believe I'm going to have a 23-year-old son. And I have a 25, going to be 26-year-old daughter, a 13-year-old daughter, and a almost 8-month-old grandbaby. Crazy. But yes, this weekend is going to be kind of fun. Obviously, it's Easter weekend, and my son wanted to do a co-ed volleyball tournament with my youngest daughter, Kayla, because she's the volleyball one right now, right? Doing all the beach volleyball. So there's a place over here actually where Kayla's done a little bit of training, and they have a couple of courts, and it's kind of at like a restaurant/bar. They have a couple of courts, and they have leagues and stuff like that too. So they're having a co-ed tournament this weekend. So my son, who's 22, going to be 23, and my daughter, Kayla, who's 13, they're going to do a tournament together, co-ed. So actually tomorrow, which is Saturday, will be a co-ed one. And then on Sunday, Easter Sunday, by the way, this is how diehard we are about sports. They're going to do a reverse co-ed, which basically means that, and I believe this is how it works, where my son, who's the tall one, 6'3", he can't spike within 10 feet of the net. So there's no spiking for him. So you have to be at least 10 foot off the net. So it's a way to kind of reverse a co-edit where the only one that's going to be able to really spike is Kayla, which actually she spikes pretty damn good. So it's going to be fun. So we're just going to go over there tomorrow. I think it starts at 9:00. And then I think on Sunday, we're going to be there as well. So yeah, that's this weekend. And we have a couple more lining up here. My daughter has training again tonight at Friday. Yeah, Friday. It'll be like at 6:00. No, 5:30. And they usually go until about 8:30, 9:00 at night. So yeah, so lots of fun stuff going on this weekend. And let me know. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys have planned for the weekend? I'd like to hear what you guys have planned as well. What's up, Derek, Atlanta in the house? No, my daughter is 25, going to be 26. And my son is going to be 23, and my youngest daughter is 13. She turned 13 in December. So yeah, wow is right. Soren, morning. Appreciate your consistency with these live sessions. Keep it up. Yeah, it's funny, guys. I'll be brutally honest with you. I was thinking the other day if I should even continue doing these. And you might be saying, well, Scott, why? Maybe we'll have a discussion on that. Maybe we'll have, should you continue to do it at this pace? I'm doing 3 per week, and I don't mind it. But I want to make sure that the people on the other end, you, are showing up and not even just showing up live, but just people on the replay. So I'm kind of looking at those numbers, making sure that everything makes sense. Is my time best served here? Probably going to keep going. I might make them a little bit more strict on time. I might make them, 15 to 20 minutes and then just try to get in, get out. So this way here, I'm not on for 45 minutes or more. So these Friday jam sessions, they're not going to go away. I'll most likely always do the Friday jam sessions, and I'm probably going to do the other ones right now too. But it's funny that you say it's been, I have been consistent. It's been over a year, since in the first 100 were every single day. So anyway, yeah, give me your thoughts on that. And, all I ask is that you guys, let people know about these coffee talks, takeactioncrew.com. All right. So yeah, Salam is in the house. What's up? Happy, Good Friday. Yes, it is. Spending some time bonding with my children. Awesome. That's always good to hear. Can you move the time tonight to say 7 p.m.? No, Derek, I'll be brutally honest, man. No, I can't. Because my schedule, and I do this purposely, I'm done by 3 o'clock, and that's intentional. 7 o'clock is volleyball, family time, playing out, with the kids, doing whatever. So if I do something at night, it's going to be scheduled and it's going to be like one-off. So if I was to do like a webinar, if I was going to do a workshop or one of our office hours calls, which is for BCA, I do those at 5 p.m. So I would not be doing them in the evening. I'm sorry, Derek. Let's see. Oh, Michael, what's up, man? One of our BCAers. Good morning. Starting blog post number 5, working on the email list building. Awesome, Michael. Love it that you're taking action. I love these coffee talks for hanging out with like-minded and motivation. I would prefer 15 to 20 minutes teaching and 10 minutes questions for 30 minutes. Yeah, it might end up being kind of like a hybrid of that. And I'm thinking about how I can do this where I'm going to get in. If you're here on time, then we're going to, you're going to get the beginning. If not, you'll have to watch the replay. And then I might do like 10 minutes of Q&A, something like that. Oh, cool. Jason says family and bonfire in New Hampshire this weekend. That sounds fun. And then Soren says, yes, Scott, I think as a last resort to just make them shorter, but don't stop them. Probably won't stop them. It's just, I was thinking because I'm trying to compress my day a little bit. All right, cool. So let's kick this thing off officially. We're going to kick off the jam session. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below. This is going to be on cleaning your email list. I'm going through this process right now, and I'm about to do something that some would say, Scott, you are absolutely crazy. That is, I'm going to delete about 21,000 emails. All right. Yeah. 21,000. So, I'll get into all of that stuff. So let me just go ahead and kick this thing off officially. Let's go ahead and take a sip of coffee because this is a coffee talk. And guys, to make this really work, I'm going to need you to give some engagement, right? Put something in the comment, like, heart, emoji, whatever you want to do. You got to touch it though, right? Touch this in order to know, for me to know that you're here, even if you're watching this on the replay. All right, here we go. All right, welcome back to another Friday jam session. And today we are going to be talking about how to clean your email list. That was a question I got asked, and I get asked that quite often after you start building your list and you start paying for these email subscribers, and you're like, okay, this is starting to get a little bit expensive. Just to put it in perspective, I've spent upwards of $700 per month to basically manage and house my email list. Now, I don't pay that anymore. Right now, I believe in ConvertKit, we're at about $450 a month for my brand creators list. My other two niches, one of them has a list of about 11,000. I think we're paying $149 a month there. And then the other one is, I believe it's under 5,000. So we're paying about $49 a month. But with that all being said, when you trim that back, so I'll give you an example. So if like right now on brand creators, I'm up over the 60,000 range. So that's $450-ish. I'm going to trim that back by 21,000, which is going to bring me down, and I'll save probably, I don't know, 175 to $200 a month just in that alone. So if it's producing, if it's engaging, okay, or people are engaging, then it's totally worth it to keep that list, right? But if you notice that and inside of ConvertKit, they allow you to see your cold subscribers and your warm subscribers. Very easy to do that. And inside of our email marketing accelerator program, which is inside of Brand Creators Academy, we show you how to set all that stuff up. I'll kind of walk you through a little bit of it here, just to give you an idea, because that is one way of knowing immediately like who is cold, like who is not opening and engaging. And what they do in ConvertKit is they do this over a 90-day window. So that means you're sending out emails. And that's the other thing. If you're not sending out emails on a regular basis, that could be a problem because you're not giving people a chance to open emails. So that's kind of on you. But what you want to do is you want to take that list of cold subscribers and you want to segment them and start sending them emails to let them know, hey, listen, I want to make sure that you're still interested in catching more bass. If you are, do nothing because you just opened this email and now you are going to be able to get, updates. If you do not want to receive any more bass fishing tips, just scroll to the bottom of this email and click unsubscribe. Like I'm literally telling them what to do. Now, I literally did this. I know I'm saying literally a lot here, but it's true. I'm doing it right now as I'm recording this or as I'm doing this on the Coffee Talk. So if you're listening to this on the podcast and you want to be part of these jam sessions, I should have already mentioned that. Just head on over to takeactioncrew.com. Okay, that's takeactioncrew.com. And then the other thing is everything that I'm talking about here is as far as the tool that I'm using. A lot of people want to know what tool I'm using. I've used them all, by the way. I started with Aweber. I've used MailChimp. I went to ActiveCampaign. I did ClickFunnels, but ClickFunnels was using SendGrid. What other ones? I said ActiveCampaign. Oh, Infusionsoft. That was the other one. And now I'm on ConvertKit on all the brands that I'm working with. It's everything we teach. It's, to me, by far, hands down, the best platform for everything that it does and all the options. And it sounds like I'm pitching it, but I kind of am because I believe in it. I use it every single day. If you want to use ConvertKit and you want a free trial, actually, they give you a up to 1,000, I believe it is, 1,000 subscribers. You just can't do any of the automation type stuff. But if you want that, if you want to go through and give it a shot, go ahead and head on over to brandcreators.com/ConvertKit. Again, that's brandcreators.com/ConvertKit. If you go through that link, you will buy me a cup of coffee. I am an affiliate for that tool. But if you do go through that link and you become a paid subscriber of theirs, I will send you some additional bonuses. So for email marketing. So if you do go through that link, send me an email, scott@brandcreators.com, and just put in the subject line, ConvertKit bonus. And then I will send you over some email marketing stuff, okay, to help you out. All right. So ConvertKit, let me just say, like, whether you're using ConvertKit or not, you can do this. It might be a little bit different, obviously, but what you're going to want to do is you are going to want to, and this is assuming that you are sending out emails at least once per week. Okay. If you're not sending emails out once per week, this is not really going to work as well. And here's why. When you send an email out every single week, it's not the same 20% of people on that list that are opening. It's going to be 20% this week of this group. Next week, you might have a little bit of an overlap. You might have some people that opened the week before but didn't open this time, but there's new people that opened this one because they didn't see the last one or they didn't open their email the last one. So you're always going to have that overlap. That's why you constantly want to be sending out emails at least once a week. I send out at least 2 to 3 emails per week, okay, on all the brands. Now, on the niche sites that I'm building out inside the academy, I'm usually doing only 1. Sometimes I'm doing 2. And depending if we're doing a promotion, I'll do 3 or 4. All right. I literally just went through. There it is again. I said literally. I did a full promotion, and I shared exactly what that looked like here on the Coffee Talk. But I actually went into great detail and actually showed the emails and everything that I sent inside of Brand Creators Academy, using this promotion, right? And the promotion is being sent out basically 4 emails over 3 days, 4 days. And there's unopens in there and stuff like that. Okay. But when you're doing this, you're also giving people more opportunity to get your email, to open the email. And if they don't open it, now, if you look at a 90-day period and you look at your cold list, people that have not engaged, that's the list we want to focus on now. So for me, there's 21,172 people that have not engaged with one of my emails over the last 90 days. So what I'm doing now over the next 3 to 4 days is I'm sending an email just to those people. Okay. Just to those people. And I'm basically saying like, hey, I'm giving you one last chance here before I delete you from my list. Right. And so I'm going to actually pull this up here real quick. So I sent out, I'll give you what I sent out as the subject line. Okay. Now, a very easy way to do this, and this is even good to do on your main list, but let's just say that we are just targeting the people that are not opening emails. Okay. What you want to do is just make or create a simple email subject line that says something like this: are you still interested in catching more bass? Right? Are you still interested in buying a home? Are you still interested in knitting? Are you still interested in becoming more flexible? Are you still interested in fill in the blank? Okay. Because what that does is someone that's on your list, they're either like, yeah, I am, or no, I'm not. Right. And if they aren't, they are not going to open it. If they are, they're going to open it. And now they're back engaged and they're part of our warm audience. But we want to take it a level further than that. At least I do, because I want to really make sure that that list is really concentrated and really, really engaged. Because when you're sending emails out to your warm list, you want that engagement to be higher, right? We want that thing to be at least 20% or more, okay? And it's totally possible. There's a niche that we're building inside of the academy, and we have a list of about 1,400 on there right now. And that list, a lot of times, gets well over 30% right now, okay? Well over 30. Now, it's a smaller list, but still, it's getting 30, and the click-through rate is crazy. Okay, we want good opens and good clicks. But if we're having that list over here of, like there's another list inside of another brand that we're building inside of the academy. And that one there has about 11,000 on it. I think it is ish, something like that. And there's probably, and I'm doing the same thing with them too. There's probably about 5,700 people that have not engaged with an email in 90 days. I'm doing the same thing with those people. Are you still interested in catching more bass? And then I'll actually pull that up here so I can read the stats to that. So basically I did this inside of my brand creators list. Now, remember here too, though, when you are building your list in the beginning and years go by, you might have changed things. You might have evolved. For me, I was teaching a lot of Amazon stuff, right? Because when I first got into this, as far as building the podcast, it was all around me doing the Amazon stuff, because that's what I was doing. I've since kind of pivoted out of that, and now I'm into just brand building, which still has some Amazon in it. It has some Etsy in it. It has, affiliate stuff in it. It has email list building, and it has all of those things to building a brand. It's not just focused on Amazon. Some people that came on the list, they were all coming in for Amazon training. Well, now if I'm not talking about that anymore, they've kind of tuned me out, right? We want to see that so we can then remove them and not send them stuff because they don't want it anymore, right? So for me, it's more of like, are you still building a brand kind of thing, right? So let me just go ahead and give you let's see here. Where did I start this? Okay, here it is right here. So I started this the other day, and this went out to 21,214 people. Now that's my cold part of the audience, okay, of my list. 21,387. All right. Now, out of that list, I got a 0.7% open rate. It's really low, right? But if I really dig in here, it was 158 people. So I actually got 158 people that were somewhat cold, right, to get back in my warm audience. 158 people by sending one email, right? So again, you're not going to do it just once. You're going to do this multiple times before you end up hitting delete. Now, before you hit delete, you're going to want to do one thing, and I'm going to share that with you here shortly. But you're going to want to make sure you do this one thing before you delete your emails, okay? There's something really, really important that you want to do. So what I did there was I sent that email out, and the subject line on that one was, let's see here. Okay. It was, because I sent out to the unopens too on this. Okay. So it was, still need help? Question mark. Yes or no. All right. And then inside that email, this is what it said. Hey, it's Scott. I'll make this super quick. It's been a while since you opened one of my emails, and I wanted to make sure you still wanted me to send you helpful brand building content. If you no longer want to receive emails, click unsubscribe using the link at the bottom, and I'll remove you from my list. If you still want to receive content from me in future help building your brand, do nothing, and I'll keep giving you my free content or sending you my free content. Regardless of what you decide, thanks for being a listener of the podcast or an email reader of mine over the years. Good luck, and I hope 2021 is going well so far. Scott. That's it, right? No link in that. So there's no click-through rate on this. It's just opens. That's all I'm doing, right? So that one went out. In the first round, like I said, got a 0.7% open rate. Now, the next day, I sent it out to the unopens of that email to that. So that went out to 21,214 people. So minus the 158 people because they opened. That one got a 0.5% open rate. So a terrible open rate, by the way. But this is the cold list that I'm ready to basically get rid of, right? But I'm giving them more chances. So I did that, 0.5. So overall combined now, that got a 1.2% open rate. So now we're over 1%. So that one there got an additional 100 people. So now we're at 258 people. So think about that for a minute. If I would have just deleted this list, I would have lost out on 258 people that are truly interested. They want to receive an email from me, okay? So now the other thing that happened here, and let me go here. Okay, so now out of those opens, so it was over, what did I say? It was 158 and 100, so 258, right? So out of that, combined, I got 28 unsubscribes. So they basically removed themselves from the list. I don't have to do it. I don't have to delete them or anything like that. They've already done it for me. All right. And if we do the math, 158, 100, that's 258. So we're at like 100 and what is that? What's the math on that? 100 and the 158, 258. So it's like 100 and or 230, right? Is that right? Something like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So 230. So anyway, so let's just call it 200 people. So there's 200 people now that were warmed back up again, right? That still want to be on the list and are now part of my warm audience. I don't have to worry about once I delete them, they're going to be gone. They're now reactivated in a sense. Okay. So now did that. Then I decided to do it again to the cold list. All right. So this one here went out to 21,176 people. And this one here, we got a 0.5% open rate again. So on that one there, that's 110 people. All right. And I'll give you the subject line here in a minute. And then the unopens that I sent out the next day got a 0.3% open rate. And that was actually sent out this morning. So that's very fresh. That'll probably get up to about 0.5. So about 1% total. This is at 0.8% rate now currently. This literally went out an hour and a half ago. So the subject line to the first one was last chance. Read this before tomorrow. All right. Now in that email, this is what it said. Last chance, read this before tomorrow. You're receiving this email because you haven't opened a message from me in over 90 days, according to my email provider, and I wanted to give you one last chance to continue receiving my emails. Tomorrow, I'll be deleting anyone who doesn't open this email because I'll assume they are not interested in what I share weekly. Want to unsubscribe? In all caps. If you want to be removed from receiving future free content from me, click the unsubscribe link below and I'll disappear from your inbox forever. Smiley face. Want free weekly content? If you still want to receive my emails, do nothing and you'll continue being sent weekly tips for building your brand. Either way, good luck. And if you choose to stay, I'll be in touch soon. Scott. That's it. No links. Okay. So that there, like I said, that got 9 unsubscribes from that first email, 0.5. So over 110 people are now part of my warm audience. But technically, if you remove the 9 people, that's 101 people, right? So let's call it 100. And then this one that went out this morning, which is still not done, but by the end of tonight, this will have been kind of running its course. It says, read this before tonight. Okay. And that one there, like I said, that got 3 unsubscribes and 0.3 on the open rate so far. So 67 people. So we're at 167 people minus the 3, 106. Let's call it 160 people, right? That email was basically the same email that I sent before. All I did was just change the subject line to where it said, read this before tonight. And the reason why I can do that is because the people that I'm sending it to did not open the email from the day before. So it's just, getting to open the email, right? So combined now, if we had 200 people from the first round, we got about 100 people right now. I'm going to guess it's going to probably be around 150. So we're at about 350 people we took from that large 21,000 person list, and we just move them into the warm audience. And I'm totally cool with that because number one, I'm paying extra for these leads, right? For these emails. They're not opening my email, so that could hurt my deliverability, right? And they just don't want to receive emails from me anymore. And that's totally fine, right? It's kind of like, I don't want to sound mean about it, but it's kind of like you're carrying around dead weight. Right? It's like, if you're not in, man, it's okay to leave. Like, it's okay. So that's what I did there. Now, the other thing that I did was I sent out an email to everyone else on my list that has been warm. And I said, my subject line on this one was, I'm deleting 21,000 subscribers. Why? Right? So I brought this into a lesson now, and I'm also letting them know, hey, I'm cleaning my list. You should do the same. And if you no longer want, if you're part of my warm audience and you don't want to receive emails from me, click unsubscribe. Just click unsubscribe and you'll be totally gone, right? So what I'm really doing here, guys, is I don't care about the size of the list. I care about the quality and the engagement of the list. That's what I care about. I would much rather, like in one of our niches, I would rather have, like, I have a list of like 11,000 in that. And there's probably around 4,000 that are active, that are warm. I would much rather focus on those 4,000 than to say I've got a list of 11,000 and my open rate is like, 5%, right? I would much rather have a higher open rate because I'm going to get better deliverability. I'm going to get better results. And the people that are receiving it actually want to receive it. So it's just a better relationship all the way around. So a lot of people, they get nervous about deleting. Now, yes, it can be scary, but here's something that you must do. And I said I was going to share this with you earlier. So here we are. Here's this big tip. Export your cold list. Okay. Whatever program you're using, if you're using ConvertKit, it's very, very simple to do. All you need to do is select cold subscribers and then export. And you're going to export that. It's going to be in a CSV file. And then you always have it. If you ever want to re-upload that and try to re-engage them again, you totally can. You can do it right in ConvertKit. Just import and then send out an email to try to get them engaged. Or you can take that and then create a custom audience in Facebook and try to re-engage them and get them back on your list as a warm subscriber. Or you can create a lookalike audience with that list. So that list is still very valuable. It's just you're not having that part of your email provider anymore, and you're not paying for it. Okay. You're not paying for it. So in one of the niches that we're building our list in and stuff, like I said, there's about 11,000. I'm doing the same process with that list, and I'm going to cut that list in half, and I'm going to cut my bill in half. So I'm paying about $149 a month. I'm going to cut that thing in half just from reducing it. And I'm going to have a better open and deliverability. Okay. And this is something you probably want to do. I wouldn't say every 90 days. I would say probably, I don't know, every 6 months is probably a good time to do it. Unless you see that you're doing a big, massive giveaway and you got a whole bunch of emails. Like we did a giveaway in one of our niches and we got like 9,332 emails. Out of those emails, there's probably 3,500 that are still on the list or that are still active. So I want to get rid of those other ones. And you might say, well, Scott, didn't you pay for them? I did, but I paid a lot less for them. I paid probably for them about 15 to 18 cents versus if I do a lead magnet, which we teach inside of the email list building fast track workshop, I might pay 50 cents, but it's a higher quality lead. So it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, depending on how you want to do it. We're still doing giveaways and they work really well. Recently did another giveaway in another market that we're building a brand in and got about 530 emails. We paid about, I think it was around 52 cents an email. But let me just tell you something. That list is really engaged, like super engaged. All right. So that's what I would recommend you do. Number one, make sure that you're emailing your list on a regular basis so you can really determine who is warm and who is cold. That's really, really important. And if you're not doing that, that's step one. All right. And do that over at least 30 days. Okay. The second thing is start to segment the cold audience. Okay. The cold list. If you're doing this in ConvertKit, very easy to do. And then send them emails directly and see who is going to open that. Whoever opens it immediately gets slid over into your warm audience. And now you know that they're warm again. Okay. And a simple way of doing this, like I said, is to write an email. I would start with this email that says, are you still interested in, and then whatever it is that they signed up for or what you're speaking about, that would be the thing, right? So are you still interested in keto diet? Are you still interested in woodworking? Are you still interested in, and then fill in the blank. Okay. That would be my warm up campaign to say, are you in or are you out? Do you still want to receive this? All right. And it works really, really good. You'll have a better quality list and you will be paying less to house those. Okay. So make sure that you do that. Again, this is how you would clean that list. Hopefully this has been helpful. Send that email. All right. Send that email, start cleaning the list. Or if you have not yet started sending emails on a regular basis, that would be step one. All right. Build that list, engage with that list, and that list will really, really take care of you and your business and drive quality traffic to your website, to your products, to your offers. And it really does come in handy. So I would recommend doing it. All right. So that's going to wrap up that little part of the coffee talk there in the jam session. We got any questions? Looks like we do. And I'm not going to have too much time here. I'm going to run through as many as I can. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Man, there's a lot of questions. Okay. All right. I can't make it all the time. Okay. Enjoy the coffee talks. Okay. Okay. So Michael says, if we are in BCA, should we unsubscribe from the emails that ask us to join to save you some money? No, don't worry about that. Technically you should be being removed. And if you're not, there's probably something in the system that's saying that, or maybe there's another email that you've signed up with. You could always email us and we can just physically just untag you. All it is being tagged. If you're a customer, I'm not deleting you even if you were in the cold audience. The customer list is always going to stay. So yeah, don't worry about it, Michael. Just ignore them if you are already a BCA member. Okay. Derek says, I have a free trial. Do you use any other autoresponder other than ConvertKit? A lot of people are using Confusionsoft. Yeah, I've used Infusionsoft years ago. No, ConvertKit all the way. ConvertKit just actually rolled out. Now they have timers embedded on their pages. They're always adding great features and it's so user-friendly. So Derek, I would forget about Infusionsoft because exactly what you said, it's called Confusionsoft. It's very, very confusing. ActiveCampaign is probably right behind that. ConvertKit, hands down. I've used them all. All right. Let's see. I think Infusionsoft is the same thing, but very expensive. I see marketers using it, but they must have huge lists to afford it. Not necessarily. It's a lot of times when you get into an email provider, you feel like you can't move because everything's kind of tagged and there's certain tagging and there's certain segments and all of that stuff. So that's a lot of times why they stay. A lot of my emails are now going straight to spam. I say the majority of them. So your emails, mean the ones that you're sending to your list, are going to spam. If that's the case, you might be something in the subject line that's making it look like spam. What I would do is I would send a engagement email with no links in it, no images, no formatting. So if you're using, like, even in ConvertKit, if you're using like a newsletter type look, it's going to go through as like images and different HTML code and stuff like that. That can flag spam. So if I was you, I would do our naked email strategy, which is basically just write something, quick question, and then say, hey, I just wanted to drop in real quick, and I wanted to see what's your number one thing that you want to know about catching more bass. I'm looking to create some new content, and I'd love to hear from you. Let me know. Drop me an email. Thanks, Derek. Like, that's it. And then that there will get through most of the time the spam traps. And then that way there you can see exactly what your open rate is and stuff. Bridget says, I finally opened your email and linked into today's coffee jam. Yeah, coffee talk. So the process works. Yeah, it does work. This makes complete sense. Jason says, so you're basically peeling them out from cold to warm. Yeah, basically. Yep. What do you do when you want to transfer email service providers? Do you just download all of them? Yeah, you can download them all. So if you've already been in a MailChimp or Aweber, just export it and then import it. The thing is whenever you do that, you have to run basically a re-engagement campaign. At least I do, because it's now a new server. It's a new provider. And now that you're doing that, you could have deliverability issues. That's why I would start that off with a naked email that has no links, no images, and just straight like, hey, I'm just dropping in, want to check in on you kind of thing. How often should you clean your list in a year? I would say 2 to 3 times. Did you change the subject line for the second email to make it really, really the last chance? Yeah, I just changed it. And I think I said the one the day before was last chance, read this before tomorrow. And then the one this morning said, read this before tonight. So basically tonight will be the time that I'm going to make that cut, right? And then that way there they have time, and it's a little bit of scarcity in there as well. All right. Let me go back to the chat. Do you use any other landing page builder other than ConvertKit to get them to opt in? No, at this time it's just ConvertKit. Salma says, sip. I will sip while I read this next one. What happens if all emails are going to spam and they do not respond? Well, the first thing is how do we know that they're all going to spam? It just might be yours. What you need to do, Derek, is you need to do what I just said. You need to send out an email with no links, with a very basic subject line that gets attention. Are you still interested in X? And then just a couple of lines and just say that you're checking in and you're looking to create some new content and want to know what they want you to create. Why did you decide to sell physical products in your new niche instead of just digital? Well, they're physical, but I'm not actually housing physical. So why did I? Because it was easy. And now we're creating products, physical products like merch, like water bottles, pillows, blankets, sweatshirts, all kinds of things. And because we're able to hook into a service, there's a lot of them out there. There's one called Printify, and it hooks in with Etsy. And so we don't have to house any of this stuff. It's all print on demand. So that's why if I had to go and buy 1,000 units of something and start that again, I wouldn't do that right now. I want to take a break from that. What is your favorite sales funnel? Do you use same one of both cold and warm audiences? Really, I mean, a favorite sales funnel. I mean, the other day I went through my 4-day email promotion. I use that a lot. Scott, can we do using the ConvertKit, see who responded and delete the rest. No, you wouldn't want to see who responded. You would they would, by them opening, that's how they're becoming warm again. And then you're putting in there to unsubscribe, and then they would unsubscribe. If they don't open, they're not going to be part of that warm. It's automatic. What's your next live workshop topic? When are you planning to do it? Don't know yet. Not sure when I'm going to do it, and I'm not sure on the topic. If you have any suggestions for a topic, anybody, let me know. But not quite sure what we're going to do there. I was thinking about maybe doing something around the content creation again. I'm not sure if it's going to be the 7-day content creation challenge, do another live one of those, or maybe even making it a content creation fast track workshop where we only do it for 3 hours. I'd love your thoughts on that. What does your day look like today? Well, as soon as I get done here, I've got some accounting stuff to do. It's Fridays are usually for me. I'm probably going to jump outside, do a little bit of yard work. Friday, just to let you guys know, Fridays for me are pretty much morning, and then after that, like this here, after I do this, I'll do a little accounting, and then after that, I'm pretty much going to be done for the day for this stuff. And then I'm gonna actually, there's a kettlebell thing that I want to do with my daughter. So just really like after 12 o'clock, it's pretty much we're going to be into the weekend. So would you download those emails and categorize them as unresponsive and move off the CSV file? Yes, that's what I would do. I would just title it like cold list, and then I would immediately though upload it to Facebook, my ad manager, and make a custom audience of that, like cold email subscribers, and then I would date it, and then that way there I could use that list if I want to, or I could use it as a lookalike, any of that stuff. In ConvertKit, can you create a temporary new list with those cold emails, import to run a campaign to re-engage them, add the ones that respond, delete the other ones? Yes, you can absolutely do that. So that's what I was saying, Michael. Like if you wanted to take that list, like I'm going to take 21,000 people and I'm going to delete them, right? But I'm going to export them. And then I'm going to take that, upload it to Facebook Ads Manager. I'm going to have a custom audience sitting there. And then I'm also going to be able to take that if I want to in 6 months from now, I can re-upload that list and then try to do a re-engagement campaign to them. I'm not sure I will, but you could. You totally could. Soren says, Scott, I'm using Shopify. How can I best do this? Export the list, the email list, and import to ConvertKit. Yeah, that's how you would do it. And Shopify, that must mean their customers. So that's good. What's up, RG Titan? Okay, an email writing workshop would be good. Yeah, I've thought about that. We have Email Marketing Accelerator, which is email marketing and some writing. But yeah, I've thought about that, of doing a full email writing type workshop, email marketing more so. Yeah, I'd like to hear more on that. If you guys watching this on the replay or whatever too, if you guys have any thoughts on that. But yeah, I mean, we could go over all different types of emails, writing an onboarding sequence, writing the follow-up sequence, writing promotions, stacking the promotions, all of that stuff. But just good old-fashioned, like how to write good email would probably be a workshop in itself. And then Michael Kim says monetizing workshop. Yeah, that's a good one too, isn't it? Yeah, have a great weekend, Salma. How about how to write a good landing page and upsell? So basically sales page. Is that what we're talking about, Karen? How to write a good sales page? And Karen, if you missed our call yesterday for BCA, I went through and showed how I built a sales page for the ebook that we just sold 44 copies of using that email promotion. So that's in the members portal for you. Yeah, Soren, have a good weekend as well. All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up. But here's what I want to do, though, before we do finally get off here. If you are thinking about starting to build your email list, I would definitely recommend ConvertKit. Okay, they have a free trial, brandcreators.com/ConvertKit. If you have not yet started building your list, then I would recommend going through our Fast Track Workshop. And that is our emaillistclass.com. And that's our email list building fast track workshop. You'll be up and running in 3 hours. That's what the training is. We have some Q&A there. We have templates. We have workbooks, all of that stuff. The idea here for this class is to get you your first 500 subscribers within 30 days or less. That's what the email list building fast track workshop does. We do use ConvertKit in that. So that's why I would recommend getting this and then and I'll actually prompt you in the workshop to, oh, not that one. That's the wrong one. This one here, brandcreators.com/ConvertKit, and just get the free trial. And if you do get the free trial and you wanted me to send you some email marketing bonuses, just send me an email, scott@brandcreators.com, and the subject line would read ConvertKit bonuses, and I'll send you over something. All right. So I think that's it for today. Guys, have an awesome day, awesome weekend. I'll be back here Monday, and I'm probably going to talk a little bit about moving forward here with the coffee talks. I want these to be useful for you. I want them to be the best use of my time, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that so I can keep showing up, you can keep showing up, and we're able to make progress. So probably going to talk a little bit about that on Monday, and I'll let you guys know a little bit more on that. But if you guys have anything that you want me to discuss, dig a little bit deeper into, just drop it in the comments, and I'll do my best to create a topic around that, and we'll do a coffee talk. All right, guys, have an awesome day, awesome weekend. Take care, take action. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.